The Young and the Restless. Spoilers. Full Tuesday update. The 7th of July, 2026. Oh my God, besties. Welcome back to the channel. It is an absolutely beautiful day outside, but honestly, I cannot even focus on the weather right now because the tea we have to spill today is straight up radioactive. Grab your iced coffees, lock your doors, and strap in, because we are about to dive into the most chaotic, unhinged mess Genoa City has ever seen. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now, because I just watched the latest updates from Genoa City and I am genuinely unwell. I'm literally filming this while I'm running errands, pacing around my kitchen and ignoring my laundry because I just had to jump on here and vent. My soul has actually left my body, besties. When I tell you I was mid-skincare routine when this drama dropped, I am not lying. I literally smeared charcoal mask all over my pristine white rug because I gasped so hard I dropped the entire jar. I literally had to yeet my phone across the room because the sheer audacity of what just went down is too much for my fragile human psyche to process. We're not just watching this show anymore, we are invested. Like, I am personally offended by these people's life choices. It is giving major, I cannot even, energy. And we are spilling all the tea right now because if I don't get this out, I will spontaneously combust. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Before we even get to the blood and the absolute cinematic mayhem of the Abbott Mansion, we have to talk about Patty Williams. Patty is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her, but also I am totally living for the absolute chaos she brings to my screen. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. Patty is straight up denouncing Diane Jenkins. Yes, you heard me. Patty, the queen of unhinged behavior, the woman who literally has a PhD in stalking Jack Abbott and causing generational trauma, is out here pointing fingers at Diane. And honestly, the hypocrisy is rich, but the drama is richer. Patty is basically acting like the moral authority of Genoa City right now, which is honestly so unhinged. She is throwing Diane under the bus so hard I'm surprised there are any tires left, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because when Patty and Diane's names are in the same sentence, there are 0 survivors. I am legitimately terrified of what Patty's endgame. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but can we talk about Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark for a hot second? Bestie, be for real right now. What in the actual upside-down parallel universe is going on here? I am literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about it. Phyllis and Matt are getting closer. Yes, that Matt Clark, the one who has terrorized this entire zip code, the one who is basically a walking red flag dipped in toxic waste. They are having late night coffee at Crimson Lights like it's a totally normal Tuesday. I am genuinely screaming at my screen. The aesthetic of Crimson Lights is usually so cozy, but right now it feels like a villain origin story incubator. Matt is sitting there sipping his little espresso or whatever, thanking Phyllis for helping him out with the whole Kane Ashby situation. And Phyllis, being the absolute chaotic queen that she is just sitting there analyzing him like he's a science experiment. She straight up asks him why Victor Newman is forcing him to play nice and befriend Kane. She knows Victor is pulling the strings. She is basically like, I know who you really are, bro. And Victor is definitely behind this. And don't even get me started on the vibes. The tension at that tiny coffee table was so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. Matt lies straight to her face, claiming he's just new in town and needs to make friends. Like, sir, please. We all know your rap sheet is longer than a CBS receipt. Phyllis snaps back, telling him that Kane is definitely not the guy who can help him, and she knows Victor is behind this entire charade. But then Matt does the unthinkable. He leans in and basically asks if he should be looking to her for friendship instead of Kane. I am straight up losing my mind. He is flirting with her, and Phyllis, who usually has a radar for toxic men, is somehow entertaining this. She is officially on my do not perceive list for this choice alone. He suggests they go to the shadow room together. A date, a literal date between Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark. Send help. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Before Phyllis and Matt even arrive at the club, we have an entirely separate war popping off at the shadow room. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the aesthetic of this club, by the way? The neon lighting, the moody Vegas replica vibes, it is giving me life, except for that one weird background noise that sounded like a blender during the most dramatic scene. But whatever, I digress. Anyway, Audra Charles walks in looking like $1,000,000 and immediately locks eyes with Sienna Bacall. Sienna, who is quite literally the most violently loyal, extreme, calculating person in the room, scowls the second Audra, breathes the same air as her. Sienna starts looking around for Noah Newman, and with the smuggish look on her face, tells Audra that she hates to disappoint her, but Noah isn't there. The sheer disrespect. Sienna doesn't just stop there. Oh, no. She reminds our girl, Audra, that she is not Noah's girlfriend. And Audra, without missing a single beat, hits her with the coldest, most iconic 2 words ever. Not yet. I screamed. I literally had to pause the video and take a lap around my living room. Audra is basically marking her territory, and Sienna is fuming. Sienna tries to play it off, acting all high and mighty, suggesting that Noah probably took the night off just to get a break from Audra's presence. The absolute nerve of this girl. But Sienna claims there's a family medical emergency, and that's why he's gone. We all know she's talking about Nicky Newman's terrifying headaches, which Victor is totally exploiting, by the way, but that's a whole other trauma dump for another day. But then, plot twist of the century, who walks through the doors of the shadow room? Noah Newman himself. Audra immediately clocks him as like, oh, I heard there was a medical emergency? And Noah, looking completely exhausted but totally fine, is like, yeah, it was my grandma, but she's fine. Sienna's entire smug narrative just crumbles in real time, and Audra's smirk could have powered the entire eastern seaboard. The petty drama is giving me everything I need to survive this week. I am genuinely living for Audra, putting Sienna in her place. But just when you think the club scene can't get any more tense, the double doors swing open and the actual apocalypse walks in. Enter Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark. I am not okay. I am physically vibrating. Noah takes one look at them and absolutely loses his mind, and rightfully so. This is Matt Clark, the man who drugged Nick, kidnapped people, and has been a walking nightmare for the Newman family. Noah is panicking, asking what the hell they are doing there. Matt, playing the innocent little victim, promises he isn't going to cause any trouble. Noah looks at Phyllis like she has grown 3 heads and asks, how can you trust him? And honestly, Noah is asking the real questions here because I am genuinely baffled by Phyllis's life choices right now. My brain is legitimately buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. How is Phyllis, a woman who has survived so much trauma, standing next to this absolute menace and defending him? But Phyllis, which is honestly so unhinged, actually defends him. She asks Noah if they can stay. Noah, realizing he can't physically throw them out without causing a massive scene, just glares at them and warns them to keep their distance from Sienna. Sienna is just standing there, probably plotting 3 different ways to commit arson, while Matt turns to Phyllis and points out that she just defended him again. He asks her why. I'm not stupid. I don't trust you, Phyllis says, which is the biggest lie she has told all year because she is totally falling for his manipulation. She apologizes for hurting him in the past and admits she actually likes their friendship. I am throwing up, crying, sliding down the wall. This is a psychological masterpiece of manipulation, and I am a mess. Matt looks at Phyllis with those creepy, calculating eyes and says, You are truly very charming, and I think that somewhat clouds my judgment. Besties, he is rising up Phyllis Summers, and it is working. Phyllis literally looks at him, bats her eyelashes, and says she will go on a date with him. A date. I'm calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because Victor is going to lose his mind when he finds out his little pet project, Matt, is dating Phyllis, the woman Victor is actively trying to destroy. The layers of this manipulation are astronomical. I am genuinely so stressed out by this that I need to take a deep breath. Okay. Breathing? Nope. Still stressed. Wait. Backtrack. I'm glitching again. Because while all this petty club drama and toxic dating is happening, there is an actual horror movie unfolding at the Abbott Mansion. We need to talk about Jack Abbott. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. So Diane Jenkins Abbott and Kyle Abbott finally walk into the Abbott Mansion. Remember, Diane has been missing, held hostage by that creepy fake doctor, and Patty has been blackmailing Jack. The tension is already at an 11 out of 10. Diane and Kyle walk through the front doors, expecting. I don't even know what they were expecting, but it definitely wasn't what they walked into. I am literally biting my nails to the quick just thinking about it. They walk into the dining room, and besties, it is a scene straight out of a psychological thriller. Jack Abbott is in the room, but he is not okay. He is bleeding. There is blood, and he is desperately grabbing the edge of the dining room tablecloth. He is pulling it, dragging everything on the table down with it in this chaotic slow motion disaster. Crystal, silverware, plates, everything is crashing to the floor in a symphony of destruction. It is absolute cinematic mayhem. I was screaming at my iPad. What happened to Jack? Did Patty attack him? Did he have a medical emergency? Did Victor send someone? The stakes are astronomical, and I am genuinely spiraling into an existential crisis over this. I am straight up pacing my hallway right now. Amidst the crashing of the china and the sheer terror of the moment, Jack is collapsing, pulling the tablecloth down as his lifeline, and he hears his son's voice. Kyle calls out, Dad, we're home. Where are you? The dramatic irony. The chills. I am literally hyperventilating. Jack is bleeding out in the dining room, fighting for his life, while his missing wife and oblivious son are just steps away in the hallway, calling out to him like it's a normal Tuesday evening. Send help. My soul cannot take this. Jack is going to be rushed to the ER, and I am officially a tear-streaked mess. This specific betrayal, this violence, has personally attacked my soul. I am so deep in the lore that my grip on reality is slipping, making it absolutely clear that this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I mean, genuinely, how are we supposed to sleep tonight knowing Jack Abbott is bleeding out on his own dining room floor while Kyle and Diane are standing in the foyer? And meanwhile, Phyllis is out here making hard eyes at Matt Clark. The duality of Genoa City is going to put me in an early grave. I am physically exhausted from caring this much about these fictional people, but I can't stop. I won't stop. I am manifesting a miracle for Jack and a reality check for Phyllis. But let's be real, we are probably just going to get more chaos. I need to go lie down on the floor and stare at the ceiling for an hour to process this. See you in the next update, besties, assuming my heart hasn't completely given out by then.